Hi everyone, welcome back to Coach Vancouver's Yahweh here. Today we're doing a video on the Whipstitch customization. So here are some example of the Whipstitch customized bag. We have this one that's just kind of very simple on the side here with one string of fringe. And then we have this one that features the two panel added and then with two strings of fringe. So with this design you can either do it with or without the panel added. Okay, so can take a look at a little bit the inside. So basically this Whipstitch customization was introduced maybe a couple years ago, only in select craftsmanship bar store across the globe. But we have removed the program or removed the platform from the program now, so it's not a current offering. But we do still have customer with Dinky bag, and it's only specifically designed to be added on Dinky bag. So we still have some materials left over in the store, and then for customer who have existing Dinky bag and they're still looking to have the Whipstitch added, we can still do that for them. So recently I have a customer sending in a metallic Dinky. This was, can't remember which year, but it's one of the holiday special. So you can see like the base is this is a primrose, I believe, glove tan Dinky, and just kind of coated with like a metallic finish. So she is going to do this design, just adding the fringe on the side here. So I thought it would be a good opportunity to just kind of showcase what Whipstitch customization looks like, even though it's not a current offering. But for those of you who have, I believe most of you Coach fans probably have at least one Dinky bag at home. So maybe it's something that inspires you to refresh the design. It's quite minimalistic because really for this one it's just adding a little bit of embellishment on the side. It still kind of retain like a very classic and minimalistic silhouette that Dinky is known for. And if you really want to kind of go a little bit all out, we do have different color of panels that you can consider adding it in to really change the overall look. Or if you just wanted to add the string only, that's also doable. So basically I have here 5 color options for the leather fringe. So these are the same material, these are made in glove tan as well. So basic color, you have the black. So I'm just gonna pull these out. So we have the black, the oxblood, and the saddle. So these are like the basic color in most of our collection bags. And then we have 2 kind of special color. It's like a pinkish color and a lighter blue. So with her bag, my recommendation is to go with either the oxblood or the pink. Okay, because it's a very, because of the metallic finish, it's a very bright bag. So as you can see, either of these color will look nicely added. So this will just kind of blend in with the brightness of the metallic finish and just kind of adds a little bit of surprise on the side, whereas the oxblood kind of enhance it a little bit, so just more contrast. So anyway, the customer decided to go with the oxblood color, so we're gonna add that on. And so in the video today you'll kind of see like the process of how that's going to happen. Yeah, so we'll do that in the video today, and then I can also talk a little bit about how this is made and difference between adding the panel and with or without the panel. Okay, so before I get into the actual making of it, I just want to show you guys a little bit. So all the fringe is pre-measured to a certain length that for each design. So we can't really modify too much of the design. So I'll show you how this is kind of. You can see it's a long strings of leather strip, and then we have to loop it around and then wrap it around. So even though it looks like it's like a short embellishment, and then with the made with the longer material, it actually in the process, this is how we kind of loop around and then shorten the fringe. And then at the end here, you'll see we just kind of make a knot and then finish it off with a rounded edge. Okay, so this is for this design. It will take one strings of leather fringe. With this one, we have two pre-measured leather fringe, and then the panel is also pre-cut precisely to fit into the Dinky bag shape. Okay, so there's like corner cut here that's pre-cut, so we can just fit the panel in. They're the same width, and then comes precisely to the edge of the flap. And then this is what the inside looks like as we kind of weave the leather strings through, and then finish it off with the knot, okay, on both sides. And then both design has a little bit of like overhang of the fringe, but also like finish off with the rounded corner or one rounded end. Just gonna try to do this. Okay, so that's kind of the idea, and that's why we can't do too much of a modification. Very similar to previously the pair rivets, it's everything is kind of predetermined, and then we just use the pattern that we have and then to create and execute a design. Okay, so yeah, just a little bit of idea on how the design come about. So everything is predetermined, so it doesn't. You can either choose to have half panel or without panel. You cannot say I only want one panel because it comes in like a package. Okay, so I got everything, all the tools set up ready. This is the bag that will be customizing. My tool, I got my hammer here. This is the punch. So basically, I just need to use the holes here to make marks and punch hole on the bag. So that's what we're gonna do, and then yeah, so it'll be on this side of the bag. So as you can see, the hang tags on this side, and then you have the embellishment on the other side. So we have everything ready on my board for punching holes. So yeah, let's have some get some action going now. Then, okay. So that's just making marks on the bag now, and now I'm just gonna start punching hole. This is where it gets a little bit loud, and you'll probably see a little bit of vibration on the screen as well. I have to say that Whipstitch and prairie rivets are my personal favorite type of customization to do, just because there's a lot of precisions involved in the process, and then it's also more elaborated, and then yeah, so it's not as quick as T-Rose or souvenir pins, but I just enjoy it. It just feels really satisfying at the end when I see the finished product, because I understand how much precision is involved. The holes are ready, so now I just need to loop the string through. Okay, so I have here, this is the ox black color. So mainly this is where I will kind of feed through the leather, and then I'm gonna move the board out of the way so hopefully you guys can see. I'll put the tools away as well. Okay, so that is it. We don't need any more tools. The rest of the steps is just mainly me weaving the leather fringe through the holes to finish the embellishment. So I think I'll probably leave just about this much at the end. So because at the end, when I finish curling, we're gonna have to loop this around a couple times to make a knot. So I do have to leave it. If this is the length that I want, I need to have a little bit more for that tying the knot. So I apologize ahead of time. I haven't done this for a while, so I'm kind of trying to remember the step as I go. Okay, I think this should be good. Should be good. Okay. So this is as my reference. So on the outside, you only see the coils, but then on the inside, you will see how there is that under laying or under layer of the fringe. And this is where I was talking about that at the end we need to have enough to make a knot to finish it off. Okay, so this is good. So this will remain kind of tapered along the edge, and then just kind of start coiling. So as you can see, the hole is the same size as the width of the fringe. And that's why I have to, when I punch the hole, I have to make sure it's a straight line, so it's not crooked. Otherwise, the coiling will appear kind of crooked as well. So that's very important for me to create like a straight line when I punch the holes. Maybe I'll just quickly mention for souvenir pin and tea roses, the cost for these embellishments starts at around $20 Canadian for each tea rose or pin. For pins, some of the more elaborated one, it costs a little bit more, $40. So I think most of the time with tea roses, people at least use 2 or 3 minimum to create the embellishment that they want. So you're looking at $40 to $60 for the most like kind of basic design. But with the same as the prairie rivets, I think the simple just on the corner also starts at $20. But yeah, 20 to 60 is kind of like the minimum for the starting cost for customization. For this, I would say this is the most kind of the basic layout for Whipstitch. So the string is $60 for this design, so it's not, it's pretty comparable. But I really do like it. I think the only part maybe you can have a little bit of personal preference, say, is on how long you want the fringe to be. This we can definitely modify it for you, but then overall it's just like this is what it looks like. So finished coiling already on the side. I quite like this as well. Okay, so for the ending knot here, there's not really like a standard knot as in how we need to finish it off, but the main thing is that we need to make sure the fringe doesn't stick out in a weird angle like this. But this is kind of like a double knot. I might modify it a little bit so the my end result on the customer spec might look a little bit different. Okay, so basically I'm just kinda continue the coiling direction. Instead of a double knot, I might just try a single knot. Yes, so yeah, okay, so I might finish off like this, and then looks very simple. I just want to see if it's strong enough to hold it. I think it should be okay because I have customer coming back with this design that we did the double knot, and then I think in a couple of days the leather has a tendency to kind of uncoil or a little bit, but it just I think from time to time you just kind of need to tighten the knot a little bit, but it should be okay. So this is what it looks like. Put this up. Okay, so kinda can make adjustment a little bit so it's more downward like this. And then now I just need to trim it off so then it's kind of at the end will be a little bit rounded like this. Okay, so for this design, since I don't have another bag to demonstrate how to do this, so what I would do with this one is do maybe a little bit of deconstruction. I'll take one side apart just to show you guys what it looks like without the panel. So maybe let me see which part. Maybe I'll remove this side, okay? So just gonna take a look at that. So as you can see here, the knot is different. This is like a simple single knot for to finish off the fringe here, but we just have to watch out that it doesn't kind of stick out too much. Okay, this deconstruction. Okay, so as you can see, it doesn't come to the end like that. It's kind of the last hole here, and then we make a finish. So pull this open. This is probably the most complicated design in the Whipstitch. So hopefully, I can't even be sure if I remove it, am I able to put everything back? But we'll see. Okay. So, all right. So you can see here. So right now, you can see here the holes, instead of the kind of the long oval shape, this is a round shape. So every design is slightly different depending on, you can see the coiling is a different pattern as well. So for this particular one, I think in our collection we did one pretty much exactly like this, except for the turn lock. The collection one is a more Western style turn lock buckle. But yeah, it's beautiful. A lot of people are still looking for that bag. If you have a black Dinky or any color Dinky, because we do have a different color for the panel as well. I think we also have the pink one, just like it kind of match with whatever leather strip we have. You can create very similar style. But yeah, a different color variation. Okay, we're almost there. Taking this apart. Okay, I'll be quite honest with you guys. I don't quite remember. I'm just gonna kind of go with my instinct and see if I get this right. been a long time that I've done this, but don't worry, if you're sending your bag in, I'll make sure I figure the steps out before. I won't be experimenting with your bag. I'll definitely kind of review it before I start executing it. And then I think on this side I have to do this. Okay, let me just see here. Yes, so I think I got that right. And then, so every time my feet one loops through, I have to kind of come back to do the same on the other side. So I think once we get the pattern going, it's easier to just figure out. It's just the beginning, like how do I start, and then also the ending, how do I finish. But this is kind of all part of the what I enjoy doing, the customization. There's really no, I mean, there's like a guideline, but I think sometimes you can really just go with your creative instinct, and then you do have that creative memory, knowing your muscle knows how to move on to the next step the more you do it. Okay, so almost there. Okay. But I remember the training that I attended for this particular platform. We also have some craftsmen from Japan, from China with us, and then they have their translator with them, just translating for them to receive the training course. But at the end, I remember in particular that training session was really interesting because our master craftsman also kind of open up what we think is the best knot for ending. So we were all having a little bit of discussion together around the training table. So that was really fun. We were all trying to figure out how to create the best knot, or the most logical, or the easiest to remember. And then yeah, even if we don't speak the same language, creatively I think we share some similar insight, and so that was a very memorable experience. Okay, almost done. Okay, this is where I think I need to go one more. Okay, all right. Okay. Alright, so now I need to have this go around here. Just like this. Okay. So that's it. I'm gonna make a quick knot. This is what it looks like without the panel. So it's also a really cool design. For without the paneling, I would actually recommend maybe using a different color to create the contrast. With the panel, you do have the exotic skin underneath to create a contrast. So you can use like the same color scheme. This would be like the natural black snake skin option panel with the black strips, so that's kind of nice. But with this is nice too, but I think maybe a little bit of contrast would be a more interesting option. So maybe oxblood or even the saddle color I think would be kind of cool. So that's design without the panel and with the panel. Okay, so that's it for the Whipstitch customization session. I hope you guys find that interesting. A little bit of kind of step-by-step process and a little bit of deconstructing to show you how the different design come about. So yeah, I hope if you have, this is personally one of my favorite customization to do. So if you do have like Dinky bag you think you wanted to kind of refresh the design, please do send them my way. I'll be more than happy to customize it for you. And then yeah, I hope to document as many customers requests as possible. So if you want to see your customization being documented, also send it my way. So I'm at the Coach Vancouver store. Yeah, so but that's it for this video, and leave in a comment below, let me know how you like it, and then what other customization platform you would like to see me demonstrate. Okay, so thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video.